of the building completely collapsed.
You are looking at live pictures right now.
Rescue dogs on the scene right now.
All right. Good morning. My name is Denise Sanders, and I'm our Senior Director of Communications and Search Team Operations here at the Search Dog Foundation. And we are so excited that you're here to join us today. It is a really special day. This is our search team pairing ceremony, and we have a total of 6 new search teams that are being paired, which is quite a large number. They're coming from teams from both California and Oklahoma, which is also wonderful because, as we know, disasters can happen at any time and anywhere, and we want to be sure that these resources are available when the time comes. So we want to introduce you to the teams, but before I do, there's someone special that I want to bring up here with me as well that will be telling us a little bit more about the dogs as well as the handlers during their training. So if I can introduce our Director of Canine Behavior and Training, Mandy Tisdale, and welcome her up. Our entire SDF staff, from our administrative teams to our canine operations team, really have worked day in and day out to support the making of these teams, from the training of the dogs to the selection of the handlers and bringing them to this point where now we're ready to pass the leash from trainer to handler. And it takes a lot of work to get there. The handlers put in a lot of work as well, but it's everyone behind the scenes that you don't get to see every single day that we want to thank them as well. And we have quite a few of our staff here. If we can give them a quick round of applause as well. So these 6 canines will be going home, as I mentioned earlier, with their new handlers from Los Angeles and Orange counties in California, right here, as well as Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. But I'm going to make you wait just a moment longer because I want to show you a little recap of some of the memories and the time and the work that they've put in to get to this point. So if we look over this direction, we have our screen here. We're going to watch a little video to commemorate the work that's been put in thus far.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good? Little teary after that video? I know. Every time. I can't help myself. These handlers have worked incredibly hard over the last several months. They've been coming out here working with different dogs, trying to figure out which dog is going to pick them. We're firm believers here that the dogs are the ones that make that decision. We do not, as trainers, make that decision for them. And I will tell you, this group, these six handlers, their dogs picked them on visit 2. Visit 2. The handlers did not know that. Of course, we're not going to share that with them. But we knew, as trainers, we knew. And so it made the process of having them work or getting them to work together and their subsequent visits much more seamless for us and for the dogs. We were reminiscing yesterday at the end of our training day. We all could have gone and done whatever we needed to do for the afternoon. And we naturally just chose to sit on the bleachers in our direction and control field and just chat, reminisce about the last few months and what they've done and what they've learned. And it's funny, you know, the first visit they come out, we show them a toy and we go, this is a toy, okay? This is the dog's prize. Like, this is what they want. Here's how you hold that toy. That's what they start with. And they've come so far from that. You can see in that video. They know how to work with the dogs. They know how to motivate the dogs. They know what they're doing. They have a long future ahead of them. They're just getting started, but man, they have really, really risen to the occasion. And I'm really excited to present these teams to you today. So thank you for being here. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Jared Freeman and his new partner Atlas with Oklahoma City Fire Department and Oklahoma Task Force 1. Atlas is a big boy with a lot of energy, and his owners found it difficult to manage a dog with his amount of strength and liveliness. To their credit, they had been working with a professional trainer to make Atlas's behavior more manageable, but recognizing his potential as a working or sporting dog, the trainer convinced the owners to let him try to find a more suitable placement. He posted about Atlas on Facebook, catching the attention of both SDF and our career change partners at Working Dogs for Conservation. Working Dogs for Conservation didn't have room for another dog at the time, so they suggested Atlas be placed with SDF. It just seems it was just meant to be. Atlas is sponsored by donors who love being his cheerleaders. When Atlas came into our training program, he was a lot of fun right off the bat. I mean, he has some presence, right? Would you agree? He's a big boy, you know, and one of the things we teach our dogs with toys is once they have their toy, we recall them back to us. We train them to present the toy to our hand so we can play with them. Atlas's first time he did that, we presented our hand down here. For most dogs, Atlas flew about up here. This boy has springs in his feet. So when Jared started working with him, their natural energy together really just was a match. And Jared can catch that toy way up here. They've been a lot of fun to work with, both this team. They've learned a lot together, and we're really looking forward to watching them grow as a team and all the wonderful things that they're going to do. With that, I would love to introduce or have Jared step over and say a few words.
Adjust the mic. This could get interesting. Thank you guys for being here. Very humbling experience to be here. You know, you think of the journey and you think of everything you go through, and I know for me, being on the fire department, how much it means to me, and being on Oklahoma Task Force 1. I think of 3 dates, you know, for Oklahoma City history. You know, May 3rd, 1999, May 20th, 2013, 2 of the biggest tornadoes, in Oklahoma history, and tears right through my hometown. Just that helpless feeling that we had, you know, that was something I didn't want to have anymore. I wanted to be boots on the ground. I want to be first on the scene and see what I can do. And obviously, with Atlas, I think that's going to be a great opportunity for us. The other one I think of, I think of April 19th, 1995. You know, I was just a 3rd grader at the time, but just a really dark day for Oklahoma. And I think that's where, you know, obviously Miss Wilma had the vision for something like this. And I think it's very fitting for us as Oklahomans me and Atlas, we got paired on April 19th, 28 years later. And so it's a pretty cool deal. But I think of Oklahoma, and I think of, those 3 different disasters that we had. And I just think about, that's where we coined the term, the Oklahoma standard. And that's how we respond to, adversity like that. And it's a really special day. So, again, thank you guys for being here. But before I leave, I wouldn't be doing anybody a disservice, if I didn't thank my wife. I think today she's at a basketball gym in Oklahoma, and she's got one of my other sons is at a baseball field. And then she's hauling the other 2 kids around. So, I mean, she's a staple of my family, and she allows me and Atlas to do what we do. She's an awesome lady, and I wouldn't be, here without her. So, obviously, I got to thank her first. Oklahoma City Fire Department, Oklahoma Task Force 1, I mean, those guys are supportive in every way. Even down to the guys at my station, who love to play with Atlas now. He's become part of the family in just a month. So pretty cool deal for us. But, last, certainly not least at all, all the staff members here at SDF, all the sponsors of Atlas that have put hands into his time, or hands on, training him, whether it's financially, whether it be physically, everything, pretty awesome journey, pretty awesome dog. And I'm excited to see what we can do. And then last, Mandy and Denise, Miss Kate, I think it was you 3 that I talked to, and you guys took a chance on me, just a little guy from Oklahoma and didn't know much about me, but you saw something in me, so I appreciate that. And, thank you guys again, all you families. I know you guys make a lot of sacrifices for your significant others as well. So, again, thank you guys for being here today.
Please don't break the mic. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jared and Atlas. All right, next, I would love to introduce you to Jessica White and her new partner, Alder, with Oklahoma City Fire Department and Oklahoma Task Force 1. Puppy Alder was generously donated to SDF by Kaiser Canine, and trainers say this little guy is a blast to work with. Although he is a small Labrador, he has a big voice and loves to bark. He has fun searching for his hidden person, and once he finds them, he employs his love of tugging like no other, channeling his inner crocodile as he thrashes and bounces in glee. You will absolutely see that later on. Just hold on for that. Alder is sponsored by Julie Croker. So Alder and Jessica, what a match made in heaven these 2 are. I mentioned earlier that when the handlers come out, they work with multiple dogs, and Jessica is no different. Big bark, I told you. She worked with multiple dogs, and I will say that when she worked with Alder, we knew honestly within the first 5-10 minutes that she was working with Alder that they were going to be a match. Are you guys familiar with like Disney movies where 2 characters start dancing and everything slows down and you get sparkles happening? That was Jessica and Alder, except they were doing a healing pattern together, and time stood still. And we knew at that moment that Alder was going to be part of this group and Jessica was going to be his person. So we really look forward to Jessica and Alder and all the good things they're going to do together. And with that, I would love to have Jessica say a few words.
Jared's speech was really good. This has been an incredible experience. SDF is more than what I even imagined whenever I came out here from Oklahoma. I want to thank the SDF staff and trainers. You can tell that they have a passion for what they do. They really care about the dogs, and they care about seeing them succeed with us. I care about sorry. I want to thank my task force for letting this happen, my fire department for letting this happen too. There's been a lot of support. There's been a huge team, the donors, the supporters, everybody. This is a dream come true for me. So thank you.
Thank you, Jessica and Alder. Next, I would love to introduce you to Sean Monville and his new partner, Nancy, with Orange County Fire Authority and California Task Force 5. Nancy lived with a few different families before being surrendered to Bollinger County Stray Project in Marble Hill, Missouri, due to her high energy and toy obsession. The director of the rescue, Marilyn, posted about Nancy's attributes on Facebook, where SDF recruiters saw it. With Marilyn's help, SDF screened Nancy for our search program. Her screening went well. Nancy loves to hunt, by the way. And she was accepted as a recruit. Nancy is sponsored by and named in memory of Nancy Denny Bergen. Nancy is a character. Look at the little wrinkles on her forehead, right? She came into our program full of energy, literally plugged in all the time. Like there was no off switch. No off switch. There was varying levels of on switch for her. When we were able to channel her energy into the fun game of search, and she just opened up, and we saw who she really was underneath that cute little wrinkly face. She's a lovely little dog, super sweet. And when Sean came out and started working with multiple dogs, it became very clear his connection with Nancy, because this is going to sound like a little magical, but Nancy saw him. She slowed down a little bit and actually saw Sean, and their connection was apparent. It was electric. And Sean is so patient with her. She's a lot of dog in a little package, but Sean really knows how to work with her. They love each other very much. It's very evident, and we're thrilled that they're paired together. So with that, I would love to invite Sean to say a few words.
Thank you. Just like to thank everyone for being here. I probably really don't need this mic. I'm a little loud, so if I blow out a speaker, I apologize. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank my wife and my kid. As always, timing a little late, but they're here. So because of their buy-in and their commitment, gave me the opportunity to dive into this program and give it everything that we have. And we're very fortunate, and thank you very much for all that. I'd like to also thank Orange County Fire Authority for selecting me, and California Task Force 5. To the staff here, they've been nothing but great. They did make me wait like 2.5 weeks before they told me I got the position. Thanks for that. But it was around the holiday, so, I thought like, oh, what did I say? What did I do? Okay, they passed me on, Yeah, this is Nancy with an I. We like to call her Fancy Nancy. So we're a great team, and she's a hard searcher and really blessed to be here. So thank you once again.
Come on.
Congratulations to you two and everybody so far. I'd like to now introduce Orange County Fire Authority and California Task Force 5 Program Manager Chief Sean Lowry to say a few words about the newest team to join their task force and their canine team.
Congrats. Well, good afternoon. I'm Sean Lowry, Battalion Chief, Orange County Fire Authority, and the Program Manager for our USAR, California Task Force 5 Search and Rescue Team. This is my first time actually being here at this facility, and I can't believe what an amazing facility this is, and how fortunate we are to have this in our own backyard. One of the first things I did when I was walking around is I came and looked at this memorial here, and recognized a couple of the faces on this wall here, and I can't help but think how many lives have been saved and rescued by these animals. And so we're extremely fortunate to partner up with the Search Dog Foundation, and we appreciate the cooperation. As it was stated before, this is just the beginning of their training. And so as you move on, they're going to be training extensively each month and putting the hours and honing their craft and their skills. So thank you. We appreciate it. And congratulations. And I'm looking forward to Nancy keeping Sean in line. It'll be a first.
Thank you, Chief Lowry, Sean, and Nancy. Next, I'd like to introduce you to JC Hernandez and her new partner, Mason, with Los Angeles Fire Department and California Task Force 1. Mason was found roaming the cold streets of Aberdeen, South Dakota, when a Good Samaritan discovered him and took him to the Aberdeen Area Humane Society. Mason was very well behaved, so it was surprising to the staff that he didn't have an ID tag, and no one came to claim him. When shelter staff realized how much Mason loves to play with toys, they contacted SDF recruiters, and the rest is history. Mason is sponsored by Jill B. and Lauren Glasser. Mason. We love Mason. He is a very, very special boy. All of our dogs are special. Not to say they all are. Mason has really captured the heart of a lot of our staff and volunteers. He has such a calm, confident demeanor about him, but this little boy can shred. He really likes to search. He loves to run across the rubble. If you watch what his nose is doing, he's telling you exactly what the odor is doing in the air. We can't see the odor, but we can see what it's doing based off what his nose is telling us. You wouldn't know this at this moment because JC's doing a really good job of keeping him nice and calm, but this little boy, we refer to him as our circus animal. He was deciding between search and rescue or being part of a circus where he could run around on his back feet. He can literally walk on his back feet. We've had a lot of fun training. Yep, there we go. Demo. Thank you, JC, timely. Okay, so you can see why these two are a pair, right? It's like they've been together forever. The handlers they always want to know when we decided that they were paired. And JC made a little bit of a joke yesterday about, well, you knew that I was paired with Mason upon my interview. She's not totally wrong, but we had to see her work with Mason. And JC has such a nice, calm demeanor about her. She has so much patience, and Mason can be a little challenging at times. He loves to hold toys in his mouth. Like anytime he was out training, like he had to have something in his mouth. He'll go search. He'll get his toy. He could hold that forever and ever and ever, forever and always. Like he just needs to have something in his mouth. And so, teaching him that, spitting that toy out and engaging with us to have fun. Took a little bit of time with him. And once he realized that giving us that toy allowed us to play with him more, he was like, oh, game on. Let's play this game. I love it. And his training just took off. So Jason. That's like a Bradgelina kind of thing, right? Jason. So JC and Mason, they were meant for each other. They've been working hard together, and we're really looking forward to all the good things they're going to do for the community. So JC, with that, I'd love for you to share a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Manny. Hi, everyone. Thanks for showing up today, all your support. I know there's a lot of family and loved ones, but there's also a lot of people that without your support, we wouldn't be able to do this. And they wouldn't be able to be here and given another opportunity to really show what they're capable of. This is truly like a facility for second chances. So I'm super grateful to be here. It's been a really busy year. I recently lost a dog back in the fall, and Mason happens to be half of that same breed of that dog that I lost. So needless to say, when I first saw him, it was love at first sight. And I felt like we were both meant to be here. It was a very kismet moment. He's fantastic. He's amazing. He's so smart. It's incredible. So it's really me keeping up with him. I'm just really grateful that SDF gave me the opportunity to be here, the support of my department for giving me the opportunity to even have this as a career path. It's kind of amazing being a part of the Los Angeles City Fire Department, all the different resources that we have to impact people's lives, the community, and even our great nation is really incredible. So I'm just really thankful for the support that we have from them and the support of my family and everybody here at SDF, because it is really one big family. I can't imagine not cutting ties with this place anytime soon. I'm excited for what the rest of our future has to offer. As you can see, this guy is very driven, and I can't wait. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, SDF. Really, really appreciative for this opportunity, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, JC and Mason. Next, I would like to introduce you to Ed Chia and his new partner, Nala, with Los Angeles Fire Department and California Task Force 1. Nala was surrendered to a shelter in Palmdale, California by her owners who were relocating and indicated they were not in a position to take Nala with them. Luckily, Southern California Golden Retriever Rescue, SCGRR, saw Nala in the shelter and after a short interaction, recognized her friendly demeanor and placed her with a foster family. SDF noticed SCGRR's Facebook post about Nala's ball obsession and quickly reached out to the rescue. Nala arrived for her screening with an SCGRR representative and her foster mom and displayed her talents to the canine trainers, handlers, and staff during her performance evaluation. Nala did well and was accepted into our program. Nala is sponsored by the Joel and Dina Gambord family. Nala's a looker, isn't she? Beautiful little dog. She is this. Nala is a sweetheart. I mean, this little dog, she's got the best temperament. She's just a lovely, sweet, nice dog. And when we started working with her in training, a lot of times we have to bring dogs out of their shell, get to know them a little bit. When we found out what Nala's bark sounded like, it was like a different dog. Like, we couldn't believe that noise came out of that thing. Like, she's an incredible search dog. She loves to work, she loves to have fun, and she also loves to snuggle, this little one. So we've had a really good time working with her. And when Ed started working with the dogs throughout his visits, it became very clear his love for Nala. He looks at her with hearts in his eyes. They have a great bond together. She really connected with him, and we just saw the team itself early on blossom together. So while we couldn't share with him that Nala was going to be his partner, they worked together like they were already partners, and he didn't know that yet. Very telling for us. So we're really excited about this pairing, and we're looking forward to all the wonderful things they're going to do in their career. And with that, I would love to invite Ed to say some few words.
Hello everyone, meet Nala. She is a very pretty girl, and I think we've been paired together because I too have been called that, a very pretty girl. I sometimes don't always have the best luck, and I've been very fortunate to have been paired up with her. With my luck, getting this position, I thought I would have been paired up with like a search squirrel or something challenging. But Nala and I, we're training, and we're working towards certification, and we're waiting for that moment to be deployed. And I can't imagine how devastating or challenging it might be to be buried under concrete rubble after some major disaster. Being alone with nothing but your thoughts and losing track of time and day, how hopeless that might be. And out of the blue, a dog's bark pierces through that ear-deafening silence. And we found you. And that's something that we're working towards. We're waiting for that moment to make a difference. And I'd like to thank all of you for your support, your love, your patience. Kameen, Mom, Dad, Richard, Josephine, Jenny, Kylie, Will. And lastly, but certainly not least, the SDF community here, the staff have been wonderful. The sponsors, you've all made this possible to give us an opportunity to wait for that moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed and Nala. And finally, last but not least, I'd like to introduce you to Mark Stevenson and his new partner, Ruger, with Los Angeles Fire Department and California Task Force 1. Ruger was raised since puppyhood by an elderly owner who realized she could no longer keep up with his high energy. Instead of surrendering, oh, you know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Just hold that for a second. Yeah, I'll wait. Oh, that is like the perfect entrance. I'm sorry. I love that. Amazing. Okay. Ruger was raised since puppyhood by an elderly owner who realized she could no longer keep up with his high energy. Instead of surrendering him to a local shelter, she placed him for adoption in a local paper, where SDF recruiters discovered him. Upon evaluating Ruger, recruiters determined that he possessed the traits we look for in a potential search dog, and Ruger headed to the NTC to begin his training. Ruger is sponsored by Celine Karakia. Did I pronounce? Celine is with us today. Is that where? Did I pronounce your name correctly? Karakaya. Thank you. I appreciate that. So thank you, Celine, for being here. We really appreciate you being here. Yeah. So Ruger, quite the entrance. That's Ruger. he is when he started in our training program, we were like, wow, this dog has a lot of drive. A lot of energy, very physical, very boisterous, tons of toy possession and drive, and these are all the things that we look for in a dog. And you know, he's got a lot of energy. Well, here, I'm just gonna say it like I want you guys to see. When you see him on rubble, it's gonna blow your mind away. Like he's incredible. He has no self-preservation. He flies across the rubble pile in search of his hidden person, and it is like it's the playground that he has always wanted. You know, this work is not cut out for every person or dog, right? It can be very challenging. And with our dogs, we want them to want to have fun on unstable terrain and running across rubble. That needs to be something that they inherently enjoy. Did he just catch a bee? He caught a fly. Okay, good. Just a fly. Ruger really is the epitome of that. Like, he loves to work. He loves to have fun. He loves to search. He loves to bark. He loves to tug. He's incredible. And with that, he's a lot of dog. And so we were thinking within the training team, where are we going to find the right match for this dog? Because this dog needs a handler that can handle that. And in walks Mark. And Mark didn't work with Ruger right off the bat. We eased him into what this job is, okay? If we had handed him Ruger day one, he would probably been like, I don't know, this is pretty intense, right? So we waited, was it visit 2? Yeah. Last day of visit 2. And he got the leash. And I think even at that moment, Mark was like, wow, that is a lot of dog. A lot of dog. And he was kind of like, woo. But he appreciated all of the things all the qualities and all the things that Ruger brought to the table. And I looked at him and he didn't know it, but in my mind, I was like, oh, you just found yourself a partner. And then when they came back and worked together again, it just took off from there. And like you see now, look how well behaved and how comfortable Ruger is with Mark. They are just the perfect match. We're thrilled for this team, and we're really looking forward to all the things that they're going to do together. Yeah, it's an awesome match. So with that, I would love for Mark to say a few words.
Good morning. How about another round of applause for his entrance? Good boy. Thank you all for being here today. I'll try to make this short since I'm going last and I don't want to hold you hostage. But I'd like to take this opportunity to first thank the entire SDF staff for everything that you do. This way, buddy. Good boy. it's so incredible what you guys are able to achieve, and we couldn't do it without you, so thank you. I'd also like to thank the Los Angeles Fire Department and California Task Force 1 for this incredible opportunity. Still pinch myself every day, and I couldn't be more excited to be here. Special thank you to Captain Fox, Captain Kamer, Captain Charbonnet, who are here today, as well as our K-9 coordinator, Jason Chapman. Most importantly, by far, thank you to my beautiful wife, Emily, for supporting Ruger and I becoming a team. And although you get plenty of cuddles out of the deal, we couldn't do it without you, so thank you. I also want to thank my parents, Hope and Gary, for watching Ember when we go to training, which is very often. I'd like to thank my cohort, 22-3, for being such a sharp and fun group of people to go through this experience with. I'll never forget the memories we made here. And lastly, a special thank you to Ms. Karakaya for your support of the SDF and for sponsoring my new partner. Ruger is truly my best friend and the most amazing partner that I could have ever asked for. And I'm so excited for what the future holds. So again, thank you all for being here, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Congratulations to all three of you. If I can now call up Captain Kammerer with Los Angeles Fire Department to say a few words about the newest teams to join Los Angeles Fire Department and California Task Force 1.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Kammerer. I'm the training officer for California Task Force 1. It's an honor to be here. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I've been involved with this program now going about 10 years now with the training officer position here, and I see what it takes to become a K-9 handler. It is a lot of dedication and hard work, not only for the handler, but the family itself. There's a lot of support that the family gives helps the handlers get through what they need to get through. This is just the beginning of the process. There's still a lot of stuff that's going to take place before they get certified. This is just the beginning. And what a place to, to have to start off here is this facility here. I came here 10 years ago going, I can't believe this facility. It's unbelievable. And then about a couple weeks later, a month or so later, it all burned down in the back over there with the Thompson fire. It was unbelievable, but they rebuilt, and you know what? And they got the party started again. And it's just unbelievable, the commitment of the people here to get to these members where they need to be, to go to disaster. And like Ed was talking about, is that, you know what? We find people and we give them closure. So this is amazing. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much. And it's an honor to be, associated with these people here, because I know what the work's going to be, to take place to get them going to that next level of getting officially certified, then going out on a mission. Hopefully in the next couple months, a few months or so, we can get them certified, because there's a things running around the corner called hurricanes, and they're right around the corner. And these members here just do some phenomenal work. Again, thank you so much. It's an honor to be up here, and thank you. You guys have a great time, and we'll see you at the next one. Thank you. Congratulations, guys.
Ed.
I wasn't going to do that entrance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so now you've met each of the teams, and don't worry, they're coming back out. I promise. That wasn't the last chance you get to see them. But now that they've been officially partnered, these teams will receive follow-up training. Several folks have mentioned that, and support here at SDF, as well as from their task forces and their fellow teammates, some of whom are here today. Thank you all for being here. The next goal is certification, but we don't hold them to that standard only. It is beyond that. We want to make sure that when they go out the door, they have those experiences and those trainings in their minds and kind of in their tool belt that they can always pull from if they need to when they come upon a challenge, because we cannot replicate everything here, but we can prepare them as best we can to be able to pull from that experience that they had here to be ready for anything they come upon when they step off that bus or that plane at a true disaster site. So that is what the future has in store for them over these next few months, but I promise them we will be there every step of the way, as will their task force and fire department, as will all of you. They have a village behind them, and I think that that gives them quite a lot of confidence and comfort when they know that they're up against a big challenge as we go forward. I do want to bring them back out here because I know they're the stars of the show and the ones that you all want to see. So if I can now introduce officially for the first time, America's newest canine disaster search teams, Jared Freeman and Atlas, Jessica White and Alder, Sean Monville and Nancy, JC Hernandez and Mason, Ed Chia and Nala, and Mark Stevenson and Ruger. Oh, wow. If you want to scoot just a little that way, there you go. And of course, we want to thank again California Task Force 1, California Task Force 5, Oklahoma Task Force 1, Los Angeles Fire Department, Orange County Fire Authority, and Oklahoma City Fire Department for your support of these new teams. It takes a concerted effort, and we very much appreciate and value the partnership as we move forward with these teams. Thank you to everyone at home who is watching this as well. Even if you couldn't be here today, we know that you're here with us in spirit, and we appreciate and feel all of that support as these teams move forward. So thank you so much. And that concludes our pairing ceremony from all of us here at the National Training Center. Thank you all for being part of the search. And let's give our teams another round of applause.
Move easily across the rubble and can move safely across the rubble. We have seen a significant decrease in the amount of injury that happens up in a delay. He was letting them know the work. And that is why, when Jared was guessing at where Abby was hidden, he could send his dog into the wrong area and maybe... Come on, Alder! Come on, Nancy! So on a real site, there we program, those dogs can go on to another career or into a loving home perhaps. Search! Come on, Mason! Watch how much they love each other, how much they love the job, and we know that they're going to